Good evening, all out there. I hope you were watching the news just then. I was totally, utterly fucking disgusted, but not my fault, not anyone's fault, bar the government at the time. They basically fell for a practical prank that turned into total destruction. Well, now yous are paying for it severely. Paying for it so severely, I can't believe that yous have let the pigs go feral. I can't believe yous have let so many millions of pigs out there go ballistic. Oh, yes, I can. Because people up north used to do it, down in New South Wales used to do it. We used to go pig hunting every weekend. But until some cock fucking sucker made sure that every poor bastard in Australia had to hand in all their firearms or get a legit license and then have it fucked up on them by putting in another lot of license, then have it fucked over by another government with another lot of licenses. I could tell you now that when we used to do pig hunting, a lot of us used to cull them bastards down, kill them out. But hang on, they're going to be asking people to do pest management. What, pest wankerment? They can't do what you want them to do because they're not allowed to do what you want them to do because they can't fire a bullet. They can't even fire a dick. You tell me, when people were hunting pigs, they were down in number. But now, you poor bastards in New South Wales, you're crying blue friggin' mercy. Well, I'm sorry, blame the government at the time for taking away the bloody gun licenses, taking away the guns, taking away everything, listening to the people that blame someone for doing a heap of murder because someone drugged him. It wasn't a coincidence that they swooped on him so quick, done the blame for gun control in Tasmania that spread like a shithouse right through with diarrhea all over Australia. Wasn't that the biggest bloody accident ever? Thank you, government at the time. Not mentioning any dick-whacking names that piss jerk around corners and pop money in pocket on pocket. We all know what happened there. Too much money went in one pocket to go in another pocket to go in another pocket. So let's blame it on someone and put the gun control out, and let's blame that on some poor bastard that was acting like a complete idiot. But did they ever check him? No, they didn't even GSR him. I'm sorry, did they? Yeah, they knew what GSR was back then, but they didn't perform it because, hang on, there was too many bullshit artists down there witnessed it. So we all lost our guns because of the government. Not because of you, mate, that's in jail. It's because of the government. The government at the time could not handle people having firearms on them. But hang on, if we have a sudden surge of an attack here in Queensland of any form of respect, a lot of us can't pull a pistol out and say, hey, don't move. No, but they can pull a pistol on us and shoot us. You idiots at the time put the gun away on us, pulled it all out of us. Now, pigs are going stupid, breeding like crazy. We've got that much shit happening in Australia. How about we get our gun license correct? How about we let people have correct firearms back in the homes? And how about we put the people that took them away behind bars? We know who that was, don't we? Why don't we find them guilty of the conspiracy of the act to take away the liberation point of Australia at keeping ourselves safe and sound in our own home and discourage them from spreading it like a filthy rat disease over in America, over to other parts of the world too? I forgot our cops can shoot people dead for no apparent reason, except one of them tased a grandmother to death, and the other one shot, a under 30-year-old. In what form of respect is that? How about we take the guns away from the cops as well? Pull all weaponry away from people. Make it like other countries where they're only allowed to use baton and nothing else. Make it fully legit, government. Take the pistols away from the slingers that think they're so cock happy at shooting people dead in front of his parents, in front of the neighbours. That was a filth up. Why don't we stop the lot? Take the tasers away, take the rifles, the pistols, a lot. Only the military should have it. Not some smart aleck little punk boy coming out in a little uniform. Oh shit, mate, you missed with the taser. He yelled out, so we'll shoot him dead. 3 fireman shots when it should have only been one to the knee. What a load of punk rot. Take it all away now, bloody government. Albanese, if you're listening one day, what happens if someone yells out to one of your friends, cease and desist, and he doesn't do it and the cop pulls out his pistol and shoots him? Why don't you take the pistols off the cops, the tasers off them, and leave them with just what they had in England, the baton before the pistol, and give them back that little tinny whistle. Turn him into what a bobby should have been instead of a gunslinger. The government took all armory away from the public, but he didn't take the armory away from the coppers. Now I think's the time. All armory goes, because we can't control the pigs, because pig hunters used to do that. But now the lovely Lord Defensive Officers can control a human with a pistol bullet. How about we just get rid of everything out of Australia and see how we go with just military defence? Albanese, do us a bloody good favour. Either give back the public the gun licences to go pig hunting, and don't ask some cocky little dickheads to go after them, because baits don't work. It's sometimes a human picks a bait up as a child and that'll kill them. Or think of the animals that are endangered if they get the bait. Bye-bye. They're not pest and weed management control, for nothing. They do kill native wildlife as well. So how about we just get back the licenses for the rifles, for the pig hunters to go do their deeds, and keep the bastards under control? Or you're going to find feral population of a lot of things getting out of control, not just pigs. That's just one thing that I have to say. The other thing is, your homeless problem up here in Queensland, well, that's not going to suddenly disappear. Quote, not unless you start with one thing, cleaning up every park in every part of Queensland. Get out there in the major parts, clean them up, move them on. Don't let them go back to the parks. Move them on, lock them away. Because most of them people have a little problem. Sure, they say, oh yeah, we don't do this and that. What a load of crap. I think it's about time. Move them on, burn them out, and put them in a home where they can be monitored, because most of them have a little problem. If they see it, they like it, they yank it, they rape it. Move them on and don't let them go back to the park. Move them completely out. Public parks are for public, not sleeping in, eating in, filthing it up. Palaszczuk, you should understand that. A filthy park is not a representable point for Australia, especially Queensland coming up to the games soon. So don't let them go back to the parks. Put them somewhere where they can be monitored and not let them loose in public. Got it? There's another thing for you to think on. You got a lot of shit happening in Queensland, and a big load of shit for you lot, Albanese, coming your way. So how about we start yanking the crank and putting Australia back to what it used to be? Give the licences to the people that can deal with the feral pig problem. Take the bloody coppers that have the problem with the trigger happy, put them behind a desk, or don't let them into the force. Give them a mental ability test before you give them a gun or a taser. Give them the mental ability test. Do what they do in military. Make it or break it and send them crying out that door to mama. Because if you can't do that, we're going to have more trigger happy little boys and girls walking around than we are going to have normal lives. And trust me, I'd rather have a normal life than a copper pulling a pistol or a taser on ya. Give them that ability test. Give them the test. Put them through their paces on points. And if you see that trigger itch, sorry mate, you don't qualify. Go out the door. Don't pass the go mark. That way we'll have clean coppers walking around. And don't be so bloody racist in the coppers either. Some of them Indian boys that come over here are a little bit more pointed than what we Australians are. I mean, they're not trigger happy like I know some of the coppers are. So how about we just clean up Australia before we have this beautiful games hit us? Because if we have the games hit us and we're not clean, well, that's going to be a disgrace to the world, ain't it? A bloody big disgrace, won't it? And do you think they're going to want us to have the games again? We're going to be laughed off the planet. We will be that way, that we're going to go down the gurgler that fast. We've got filthy cops, bad pig population, no control on any part of the point. Government can't agree on anything. Local government can't even clean up their acts. We are, how would you put it? And how far away is those games again? Oh, that's right, 2030 something. Come on, guys, let's clean our acts up before our acts turn out to be the filthiest thing on earth. If we don't do it one way, we're going to be hanging our heads for a long time in shame for generations to come. And I personally don't want to see that happen to Australia. So come on, let's put our asses together. Let's get back the licenses that the hunters need. Let's put that back into action so they can control the pigs down there. Let's clean up the bloody cops. And let's clean up our parks. Let's give ourselves a complete clean over in Australia before Australia turns out to be the filthiest country on earth. I'm signing off. Palaszczuk, you know what to do. Stop yanking your ass. Get into action. Get yourself cleaning up every part of this beautiful part of the world. And Albanese, hang your head in shame. You're a complete jackass. Especially, what was that again? Joe Biden didn't want to come to Australia? Well, we know why. And it's not because his country's going into the biggest debt of its life. They won't even be able to pay themselves over there. Do we want to end up like that? Well, how about we think? We don't want to end up like America. Because on the 6th of June, everyone in America, they won't even be able to pay themselves. They won't even be able to pay anything, let alone survive. We don't want to follow that. No. So let's clean up, fix up before the Olympics hit us. Let's clean up, fix up before we have a feral pig problem to the degree that we can't even blame bite, chew, fart or anything. And hang on, everyone. Let's keep Australia. Australia. No, let's go multinational. We need more people in Australia than what you think to control things. We need more people on ground here in Australia than what we think. We're right now living on shoestring budgets. Yeah, because too much of the bloody bullshit's going overseas. Too much of our money's going down the gurgler. Too much of the money is not going the correct way. Well, Australia, I'm signing off because I think we all need a dirty big breath of fresh air. So let's find it, and let's find a heart to show these bastards in the park not to rape people, not to assault people, not to steal, not to pilfer, and not to think they own the park at all. Don't let them back. We've got Australian Olympics coming up. Keep Australia tidy. Keep Queensland clean. And let's fix it all up. Hey? Joys. Night.